Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Gasmoneyx, and we here live. We coming through with a new series. It's called Gas Money Stories. So basically, I'm gonna be coming up on here, letting y'all know a few things about me. Basically, like interview style, but like more in depth, story by story. So, I want to make this quick. I want to make this easy. I want y'all to interact with me. Let me know what's going on with y'all in the comments, of course. But today we starting off with a story that a lot of people have asked me in the past. They've asked me, "Yo, Gas Money, how'd you get the name Gas Money?" It's simple, dog. When I was young, I got my license about 17 years old. My dad, he came through. He helped me get my license. Everything was good. And then the day I got my license, a week later, my dad left to Dominican Republic or DR. Has bo. And I'm Dominican. I don't know if y'all could tell. So my dad left to DR. He told me, "Yo, son, here are the keys to the whip. Do as you please, and the car's yours." It was gone for 3 weeks. I said, "Say less." There was only one problem. I didn't have a job. So since I didn't have a job, I didn't have gas to put in the whip. So I was talking to one of my close boys, my boy Willie. Shout out Willie. We were talking, and he was like, "Yo, you know what you gotta do? You gotta do something like something on," because I was really popular on Twitter at the time. He was like, "Oh, you need to do something with your Twitter, and then you gotta be like, you know what? How about you gotta change your name, like something like something with gas money, like I don't know, like you got gas money." And I was like, "Oof, what you mean you got gas money?" So right there, I took it. I was like, "Say less." Changed my name to You Got Gas Money, and literally that same week, every time I picked somebody up, they would give me $5, $7, $10. I had the Honda Accord at the time. It was a 2010. It was brand new, silver, with the black interior, always smelling fresh. So like all my friends, whenever I pick them up, right away they give me $5, $10, and it was like I was basically like the Uber of my city before Uber was even a thing. Cause we had like yellow cabs that were like $5 that would take you across the city. But like at the time, I was like, you know what? Let me do something personal for my friends. Cause they always look out for me. So then I was always DD. So everywhere we went, I was always DD. So whatever. We started getting into it. The gas money name started making name, started going around. People started knowing it. Everywhere I would go, people would just give me cash, and it was chill. So then from there, I started getting into parties. So like I started throwing parties, my own parties, and it was getting bigger and bigger. But then there was one party that got super big. I'm talking about like it was supposed to be like a little get together. Like I even told my mom, I'm like, "Yo, mom, I'm gonna throw a party at the crib. It's gonna be small." She went to a concert with my sister. It's supposed to be a little small concert. I mean, a little small party, but it looks like it didn't turn out like that because I invited a few friends and they invited a few friends. And I'm talking about this party had like sections. Like I'm talking about like levels to this. Um, the first section was the basement. The basement was just for straight dancing. So the DJ was down there, straight dance hall the whole night. If y'all don't know me, y'all know I like dance hall. It was straight dance hall. I just released a new dance hall track too today, just in FYI. It was straight dance hall, so everybody was grinding on there, dancing all night, and then sweating it up. The second floor, which was technically the first floor, was where the kitchen was at. That's where everybody was smoking hookah. Hookah was a big thing back then, and still is, but like it was still coming into the culture with Dominicans. So then there was a hookah section in the room. Then we had the living room. The living room was like where you would go to like refresh. So like everybody was in there, either passed out, talking to somebody on the phone, just texting, or just having like a simple conversation amongst each other. Like where it wasn't really loud. Then you would go up to the second floor, which was where my room was, and that was the smoking section. So everybody was in there just smoking. You feel me? Usually we don't do that shit in the house, but it was a party, so whatever. We let it ride. The party was big. It got popping. It got popping, popping, popping. And then eventually my mom came home. So when she got home, I was like, fuck. You feel me? I thought she was gonna come through and then be like, "Yo, you know what? Party's over. What are y'all doing? Is y'all crazy? This is my crib." Because remember, I told her it was supposed to be a get together. But I guess that night there was like another party close by like a little like a birthday party or something. And after that party ended, everybody came to my crib. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about there was at least like 150 people in there. Like the basement was packed, the hookah room was packed, my room was packed. So it was just chaotic. Not chaotic in a way where we couldn't handle it. It was still good, but it was just a lot of people. So then whatever, we my mom comes through. She comes up to my room. She sees me in the smoking room. I thought she was gonna tear me up, but it wasn't like that. Instead, she looked at me, said hi, and then she went into her room and minded her business. I was like, say less. So whatever, the party kept going. Party kept going. Eventually, I ended up downstairs in the basement, because I'm not gonna be here sitting around. I had to go dance. So I'm there dancing. Everything was chill, and out of nowhere, one of my boys come down and grab me. He's like, yo, come through. Something's going up upstairs. Something's going on upstairs. Come through, come through. So I pull up. It happens to me and my boy Andy. He's there chilling, and he's like, he was really close to me. So like he was there like trying to lay down the law, which I respect it. If it's my crib, and you're my boy, I expect you to respect my house the same way I respect yours. So he was out there enforcing, and there was only one rule in the hookah section, and that was don't turn on the coal with the stove, because obviously back then all the stoves were propane. So like we didn't want like something to happen just over some stupidity. You feel me? So like whatever he told some dude, he was like, yo, I need you to not light up the hookah with the stove. If you want to use a lighter, we got you with a lighter, whatever you need, but just don't use the stove. The dude said okay, and then like 2 minutes later proceeds to do the same thing again. I'm like, what? Obviously I'm not there yet, but he's having the same reaction I would have, which was, what are you doing? I just told you not to do this, and you're still doing it. So whatever, he goes off, he does it. My boy confronts him again. He's like, yo, bro, I told you not to do that. And he's like, oh, no, I just did it real quick. What's the problem? There's no problem. He's like, yo, there is a problem, because this is my boy's crib, and we have one rule, and it's don't turn on the hookah with the stove. So whatever. Dude doesn't listen. He keeps on lighting it. So whatever, they start arguing. Get in each other's face, get inside each other's face. It got to the point where they're about to hit each other, but then luckily one of my other boys grabs him and pushes him back, and is like, yo, bro, chill, 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 chill. But while he's holding him back, this dude goes, yo, bro, chill, chill. But he called you a bitch. I don't know why he said that. I don't know. We were all faded. I don't know if it was just like to see what was going to happen. Whatever. He goes, tells him that, and homie flips. He starts going crazy on him, starts yelling at him. And at that point, my mom comes down. My mom comes down. She's like, what's going on here? She comes down with my sister. And my sister, she's always been like a party pooper, at least when it comes to my parties. So she came through and she was like, this party's over. Y'all need to leave. I'm done with this. This is out of control. So that's when I got tight, because I was like, first of all, this is my party. Second of all, this party's done when I say we done. And third of all, mom's cool with this. It's just one person got to leave. And once that person leaves, the party should continue. It shouldn't just end because of this stupidity. You feel me? So whatever. That's when I started arguing with my sister. I'm like, yo, nobody's leaving until I say they leaving, all right? So whatever. We start arguing. It starts getting a little crazy. And then eventually, she leaves. But she leaves to call my dad. At the time, my parents, they weren't together. So like, we fast forwarded at this point, obviously. My dad came back from DR. He comes through and pulls up at the party because my sister calls him. My dad is super strict, like super strict. So when he got there, obviously everybody had left already because everything blew up. But he started going in on me, started telling me this. You like, look at the bottles. How could you guys look at this mess? You guys didn't even pick up. But obviously we didn't have time to pick up, because the party ended abruptly. Like if it would have ended normally, we would have cleaned everything up and put everything away. But since it ended abruptly and everybody left, I was by myself. I wasn't gonna clean up the whole crib that quick. So whatever, my dad, he pulls up, he's talking to me, and eventually I couldn't take it no more. So I told him, you know what? Y'all can have everything. I don't want nothing to do with this. I'm gone. So whatever. I even gave him back my car because he bought me a car at the time. A little Civic. He bought me a little Civic. I gave it back to him. I was like, yo, I don't even want the car. I don't want nothing. Y'all can keep everything. I don't even want to live in the house. So I ended up leaving, walking, and then eventually, whatever, my dad pulled up on me. He found me walking around the streets, little wavy. He picked me up and he was like, yo, son, just go home. Like, don't worry about it. And here's your whip. I don't want your whip either. So obviously I kept the whip. And then eventually, when I got home, I got on Instagram and I had a big Instagram presence at the time, and I deleted my Instagram. I was like, yo, I'm done with everything. I don't want to talk to nobody. I want to be by myself. And then the next day, everybody's trying to find me. Everybody, because obviously I just threw a big ass party, and now the party after the party, everybody's looking at me to see what happened or what the follow up, or there's gonna be another party. But I ended up deleting everything. So whatever. Um, my friends hit me out like, what happened? I'm like, I deleted everything. I'm off the social media. I'm off the map. So I lasted like a week like that. And eventually, I got over everything, and I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna reinstall my Instagram again. When I tried to reinstall it, I couldn't get You Got Gas Money as the handle no more. So I was like, yo, what else am I gonna do? So eventually, I switched over to L Gas Money. So L Gas Money was another phase. You feel me? So L Gas Money basically was like, now I'm in the cut. Now, obviously, I turned to L Gas Money because You Got Gas Money was unavailable. But then L Gas Money was like another phase of me where I'm like, yo, okay, we not only throwing parties, we going to parties. And everywhere we show up, we going to be lit. So then that was the persona for that part. L Gas Money was a vibe for a little bit. And then eventually, I got a job. I got all my stuff together. And I was like, you know what? It's time for a switch. So then I switched everything to Gasmoneyx. So basically, Gasmoneyx is somebody who doesn't need nothing. Gasmoneyx is already like the established Gas Money. So like before, it was You Got Gas Money, so he was asking for gas. Then eventually, he became L Gas Money. So like he was known for gas. And then eventually, Gasmoneyx is gas. You feel me? So like, it's not about who is he, who was he. No, now it's gas. Now it's gas money. Everywhere I pull up, yo, look at gas. You feel me? So Gasmoneyx came from there. The X is obviously for 10. If you guys look at my discography, most of my albums, mixtapes, they all got 10 tracks. I try to keep it like that, just to keep the story flowing. But it's just to show everybody, like even when you go through rough times, those rough times turn into another good time. You feel me? So like you can't let that rough time affect you at all. Like it's a matter of time. Time is everything. Time heals all. Time decides all. So like even if you think, like, oh, I like look, when I lost You Got Gas Money, I thought it was done. Then I became L Gas Money. So it's another step. You feel me? So don't ever think that just because you lost one thing that you're done. You're never done. As long as you're breathing, you're not done. Once you stop breathing, you're done. All right? So as long as you're taking a breath, just keep flowing, just keep trying. And yeah, bro. You feel me? Like I want y'all to really get to know me. I want y'all to really fuck with me. I want y'all to really, really, one-on-one with me. Not just listen to my music and be like, that's trash. Or I don't like this. Nah. Once you understand me, you understand my music. So, like, once you get that through your head, you will enjoy the ride. And trust me, this ain't the end of this. Soon I'm going to be talking about, like, crazier stuff. Like, not only my name, I'm going to be talking about how I made certain albums. I'm going to be talking about how I met certain girls, what kind of girls I like, everything, everything, a little something, anything that can help you guys learn something about me, and not only about me, but about y'all. So like if my little stories help y'all become like somebody else, or at least get over a girl that broke your heart, because I've been broken 20 times, and the 20 times I'm back up again. You feel me? That don't matter. And even the people that know me, they've never seen me in that position, but it's happened because I don't show it. You feel me? So like, it's all about perception and how you want people to know you. And at the end of the day, I want y'all to know me as Gasmoneyx. So thank you all for pulling up. This is the end for her now. And I'll be back soon. All right. Check out that new track I got out right now. It's called She Loves Me. And it's a little 978 dance hall vibe. You feel me?